what up? It's your boy Wiz Khalifa, man.
This is Misha the George.
Your boy Christo.
Trap Lake Kusbit.
Man, it's your boy Tay Cummins.
Yeah, send too Flack.
It's your boy Chevy Woods from the Taylor Gang.
It's Chew Jackson.
That's your boy Ludi Boy.
Girl Renee on the way.
It's your boy DJ Girl Quit Playing With. And now you can get it with the Burgh Boyz.
Did you officially change the name to the album?
Yeah, album name is definitely officially all the way changed. It's Khalifa Kush. It's not Rolling Papers 2. My reasoning for that was because at first I wanted to name it Rolling Papers 2 because I thought about it like I watch a lot of movies and shit. You know how I am. Mm-hmm. And I feel like every good movie has a sequel. And but this is music. It's not a fucking movie. Right. So with movies, you want to see it again because, bless you, you're interested in those same characters and what happens in their life, and you want to follow up on that story. But my life is so much fucking different than what it was when I made the first Rolling Papers. So there's no real way to do a part 2 to that. Like, part 2 is something totally new. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I just think of always reinventing myself. Anytime I look at it as like my reintroduction to a scene where I look at it like nobody's fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I have fans and I have a lot of things to fall back on, I look at the competition like, all right, it's me against them. So this is like my first project all the time. And when I think about what people want from me musically, what they want from me visually, they want a classic. They want something that's going to last forever. And that's going to be, you know, their moment that they experience with me, as well as something that takes me to the next level in my career. So I started thinking about niggas like Dr. Dre and people who like always were reinventing and doing stuff different. Mm-hmm. And then I thought about The Chronic. You know, like he had made so much music before The Chronic. He had done, you know, his whole wave during the 80s. Then he had his NWA wave where he was like a part of a group, but now he was stepping out on his own, and he found Snoop in them, and it was just a whole new sound and a whole new thing. And he named it The Chronic because that was the bomber's weed at the time. So it's like, for me, what's the bomber's weed at the time? Khalifa Kush. It's my weed. I get to brand it because it's actually in the stores. And for people who, you know what I mean, want to live that experience, you get to smoke the weed and listen to the album at the same time. Like, there's no better alignment with music and like people and like making the moment. So it's got to be.
So you think it was kind of like timing too, because the timing came around with like weed being a little bit more accessible now, probably more than it was when maybe even you came up with that concept of Rolling Papers 2. Mm-hmm. To now it's like, nigga, I got my own weed.
Yeah. And
this is the perfect time. Like, I got the Kush and you about to get this album.
Yep.
Like, so it was just like the perfect timing.
It makes the most fucking sense. Perfect timing. It's like everything's aligned. Like, even the subtle things like that I do, like wearing the Legalizer shirt at the Paris game. It's like, I'm standing for this shit.
Exactly.
Whether you like it or not. I'm not smoking a joint on the mound, but like, I'm still saying like, yo. Like,
this is what I do.
Yeah, like I'm still, because nobody really stands up for it. People do like little bad shit to act out, but nobody's really going for the legalization for it and for the benefits of it, and to make it accessible and make people not frown at it. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make people not so scared of it. Smoking the pen at the game, niggas didn't know I was getting high there, but that's what we're moving towards. Like, moms and dads can do that shit and not feel bad about it. So that's what Khalifa Kush is. It's that stand for everybody. It's the thing that the kids can enjoy, and the parents can look at it and say, yo, it's not that fucking bad. Whereas it was the opposite before. Kids were having parents be like, what the fuck is this? Now they're like, it's really not that bad.
Yeah. That's what we need.
Hell yeah.
We need. Because, I mean, you know, there's a lot of people, the medicinal sides of it too, that gets frowned upon. Well, gets overlooked because weed is so frowned upon, you know, and I think just the weed in its entirety needs to get out of that bad light, and it's starting to get there.
Yeah, I mean, just look at where we're at and how addicted to other shit people are out here. And if they were just smoking weed, what it would be different, what it would be like. There wouldn't be so many people in the streets like buying dope, and there wouldn't be as many niggas selling dope. It would be mad niggas selling weed.
Right.
And it would be way more peaceful because that's what people really want, to get high. But they're addicted to prescription pills and they run out of money and they can't get it, but they're still addicted to that high, so they still gotta get it. And that shit fucks up families. Well, all they gotta do is just smoke a little bit of weed and they'll be happy. Yeah. And they'll be medicated as well.
Much peaceful, much peace here, more peace.
Hell yeah, man. Khalifa Kush, man. Shit.
You got a record.
Are you working on Are you working on the new movie with Snoop?
Fuck. We're not gonna do the high school 2 just yet.
Okay.
Because we want to go big with it. Like, we want to get a big director who's in the fucking Screen Actors Guild, and because we want to get nominated, like, you know what I'm saying, like we can do something just for the people, or we can go really, really big, like, you know what I'm saying, and it's worth taking the time and investing everything that's supposed to be in it. But right now I'm just working on executive producer right now. I got like 3 shows that I'm standing behind. 2 of them already got picked up, and the last one we're really, really trying to pitch to like a network like HBO or Stars and shit like that. So we're just
one of them went to Netflix or something like that.
One went to Netflix and the other went to TBS.
Oh,
yeah, yep.
That's lit.
So yeah, we're doing pretty good, and the people over there, they do a lot of stuff with Snoop, and that's how I'm able to like get in and be like, okay, I need this, I need that. So the more we work, the more time it'll present itself. Right. Just not right now.
That's dope. Crazy.
What about? Can I ask you about the song that you like? I guess previewed or let people hear at the event?
Oh
Anything
yeah.
you could talk about.
Oh yeah, that Blue Hundreds.
Yeah, Blue Hundreds. Yeah, hell yeah. Well, that was Motors exclusive.
Blue Hundreds. Blue Hundreds.
Yeah, that was Motors exclusive. I don't know how he got that.
You know, sometimes things just happen, man. You know, I think it was just timing. You know, it was timing.
I don't know how he got that. But nah, fucking yeah, we had that song for like. Were you in LA when we recorded that?
No, but I heard about it. Yeah. Somebody FaceTime me or something.
Hardo and Wapo had came out to LA and they recorded like 6 songs. We all did like 6 songs together. And that was one of them. And literally, we've been working on it since that day, like just trying to get it to sound right, like sonically. And the version that y'all heard was like the final last version.
That sounded crazy.
Yeah, we just getting people ready for the album. I want people to be excited. Of course, I'm gonna involve like, you know, Pittsburgh and just what's going on here. Like, there's so much attention on so many other young people, but we got so much talent here as well. So I'm always gonna bring that to the forefront, or at least be a platform. You know what I'm saying, for those guys to like do huge and amazing things, because it doesn't matter whether I look out or not. Them niggas is gonna succeed, but it just makes it way better when you see everybody grinding together. And like, that song is hard because it's not hard because I'm on there. It's because everybody's on there. And you get to hear everybody snapping.
Right.
And that was the idea behind it.
And then the reception to that song was crazy. Like that almost. I mean, the fire alarm did go off that day.
Yeah.
But that might have been one of the reasons.
It's gonna be good to have that song be like a standout record, because I know Pittsburgh is going to support it so much, and people's going to see how supportive Pittsburgh is and how important that is to like their fan base. They're going to be like, wow, like these Pittsburgh niggas made this song crack, like, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to it just being like an underground song. It's just going to be crazy. And then niggas like, because Pittsburgh broke people's careers, like Gucci Mane, like Nicki, like Jeezy, everybody, they had to come through here and really get their start, like in the clubs and shit. Yeah. So that's going to remind them how important the Burgh is to their careers and like everybody else around them.
Cause that song definitely was. Yeah, that was a good one.
They gonna be like, damn, them Pittsburgh niggas be snapping. It's gonna be fire. Hell yeah.
That was a good one.
That was my favorite project to make and like promote and like just follow all the way through, because I was at a point in my career where I was still here in Pittsburgh, but I was traveling a lot and I was seeing a lot of different places. So I knew the effect the music was gonna have on other people. I knew I wanted to make a classic while I was doing it, like the whole time in my head, I was like, I'm going to make a classic. I got to make a classic. And then it was just timing was right, and my mind was right. Everything was right there. And then when I was about to drop it, I played it for certain people, and they doubted me on it. It was like, yo, this isn't it. Like, I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. And I knew. I was like, yep, this about to be the shit. Because you don't like it, motherfucker. Like, I knew it was finna be hard. But, yeah, and then even the process of promoting it, like, when we dropped it and shit, like, Mo, you was there the whole time. You know what I mean? You was there when we was on the road. You was there when I would come back home and record. And then I would go back out on the road. And then we finished it when we were in Miami. When we were leaving Miami, I did the artwork, and then we put it out.
Played that shit the whole.
Yeah, we played the whole time. Yeah, there was times where we would leave shows, and we would just sit people down, wouldn't put no TV on. We would just make them listen to the whole mixtape and just smoke them out. Like, that's why that shit was so real, dog. But then, like, when it came out, it didn't just hit, like, right away. Everybody wasn't like, oh, it's the shit. We was just like, fuck it, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? It was our shit. Like, we loved it. So then we came back home, and we shot the videos for, like, Kid Frankie. I bought the yellow car. We did Mesmerize. We did Never Been. We did all that shit, and then it just went crazy after that. Like, in our mind, we was already good, but like to everybody else, they caught up just like that. So forward thinking, it doesn't always catch on right away, and that's why I trust people. I know people are smart enough to get it later, and that's why I just let time be what it is. And like Taylor Alderdice, I love that mixtape. I had so much fun making it. I wasn't necessarily in the same headspace. My mind wasn't as clear because I moved out of Pittsburgh to LA, and like everything was going crazy, and like I was on tour for like 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't even really like in my own head for real. Like, I don't even know where the fuck I was at, but I was still able to make dope music, and even like in between like making albums, I was still able to make like great songs that stand out and that I'm super proud of, and that are great moments in my career, and have been able to lead me to where I'm at now, to still be able to make dope moves and shit. So it's like, I think in general, like, just the love and the support just pushes me in the right direction to always make the right moves, whether I know I'm making them or not. And then we just end up like in a fucking, oh, that was a classic. Like, oh, thank God.
There's another one. But I guess if it's, I guess it's that simple then. It's just always a classic. But I mean, it's always followed through. So I guess the same strategy has been the same from the beginning. Because I mean, there really hasn't been a project that was even iffy for me. Anyway, but I'm a fan. So it's beyond I Just Know You. It's like he came from Pittsburgh.
Yo, when I be listening to shit later, I be like, yo. Because I always say we. I be like, yo, we snapped on that motherfucker. I don't care what nobody say. Like, we snapped, nigga. Like, because we wouldn't have put it out if we didn't think it was dope. It don't matter what people say. Like, it affects people how it affects them. And, like, when you have motherfuckers who really listen to that shit and make decisions based off of how they feel after they, you know what I mean? Like, it don't matter if that shit is the most selling in the world or blah, blah, blah. Like, and that's the thing, too, is like, I'm from Pittsburgh, but people all the way around the world listen to our shit. And it's not just because it's me, it's because of how we think. You know what I mean? In Pittsburgh, we're able to think about shit in such a broad space that the whole world can relate to it. Because I'm making music for y'all. Like, I'm making music from the standpoint of somebody who's been through everything that we've been through. But that shit connects around the whole world, so we have a global fucking mind frame. And that's the cool thing. That's what separates us from like a lot of places, because people might follow other places' trends, but they don't think how they think. You know what I mean? And we're not just a trendy place.
Right. True. So
yeah.
I think you made that known.
That is true.
That's definitely a statement. I think that's why it was kind of so hard to digest whenever you came out and then you were on your whole with Jimi Hendrix. And it wasn't hard to explain, but for a lot of mentality in Pittsburgh, it's kind of hard to explain. It's just like, it's trying to make you think a little bit different. So a lot of people I don't think got that as much as you were trying to. And I don't even think you weren't doing it for them. You were doing it for you.
Yeah.
But it was still like, I was going to bat with people. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like,
But
okay, so what? So what
now,
did the
though,
cover art?
like-
The cover art was dope. I thought it was because it was on an
but
artistic
yeah,
level,
look
and I
at
got
the
it.
most talked
And
about,
Jimi
like-
Hendrix whole
Yeah,
little.
look at
and it's
everybody now.
classic.
Like everybody wants to be like a rock star,
Exactly.
or like androgynous, and like people really like really pushing the line between that shit. Where, as I was just like kind of just dressing
Doing
crazy, yeah, like doing me, yeah. But it's cool, like like we all know, it's like there's a lot of ways that people feel that they're not really comfortable expressing, and it just takes a group of people, you know what I mean? It's not even just me, because if I didn't have anybody to support me or my thoughts, or you know what I mean, the way that I think, even just being peaceful and not like fucking niggas up, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't think like that, but that we've carried that throughout my whole everything, because that's how we really feel, you know what I mean? So it's like you can't really break us out of that.
Sir Flackwood, always rolling up a backwood. But today,
baby.
he's not rolling up a backwood.
I'm not rolling up a backwood today, baby. And
Music, what is going
What?
on, Flack?
everybody knew this day was gonna come. And today, yeah, I've been smoking papers today, all day. But
Hallelujah! I think he's seen the Lord.
Church.
you know,
Where?
I mean,
How do you feel?
how do I feel? I mean, I feel like I'm still getting high, but it tastes better. It definitely tastes better, and the Kush definitely tastes better in the paper, you know. But
Something new too, ain't it?
it's something new. It's definitely something new.
Church.
But I'm gonna have to go home and think about a few things. But right now we having Kush time with the Kush man himself, Mr. Khalifa Kush,
The man of Kush.
the man of Kush.
Made of Kush.
Oh, made of Kush.
Came in on the plane of Kush.
On a plane of Kush. I don't even know where those exist, but the man came from one. But yes, Kush time with Flack today is with Mr. Wiz Khalifa. So now that you got me smoking papers, no backwoods. I'm still Sir Flackwood though. But I gotta talk. I gotta go home and do some thinking. But yeah. So now we here at Kush time, and I'm gonna say this Kush is A1.
A1.
This is, yes,
Top of the list.
it is.
Appreciate you, brother.
It is. It's definitely cause I like to say I smoke a lot of Kush, and I never smoked no Kush like this. But I want to ask you. You know, I know you smoke your Kush everywhere. What's one of the most memorable places you've ever sparked up or vaped up at?
One of the most memorable places I sparked up was probably, I did a show in City Hall in Boston, and it was an outside show, and this is like where the mayor's office was at. And I was about to go on stage, and I looked left and I seen a bunch of police, and I looked right and I seen a fat dude who I'm pretty sure was the mayor. And I just did what real niggas do, you know what I'm saying? I lit that thing up, and ain't nobody say shit. So I mean, you know,
So that would be the most memorable. That is memorable, you know.
I was right there, right in front of the fat ass mayor.
Yeah, I was thinking you were gonna say somewhere maybe like the Power Game.
Nah, that was cool.
Yeah, but the front of the mirror is definitely top of the list. So do you prefer like to smoke like the herb, or do you prefer to smoke like wax and like the wax?
I prefer flowers. I'm a flower guy.
Okay.
Wax is cool, but that shit get me high as fuck. Honestly, it makes me really hungry, which isn't a bad thing because you know what I mean. I'm on my weight gain and shit, but I like smoking weed better than wax. It's just more convenient for me. Could take it everywhere. You know what I mean? The whole dude. You know, I'm old school. I'm getting older. You know what I mean? Keep it simple.
So when did you realize Kush? When did you realize you loved Kush? When did you realize you just?
I came up. There was like a lot of different weeds coming through here. Haze used to be the shit. Like if you had some haze, you was the man. But out of nowhere, the weed just started getting a little bit more sticky, a little bit more stinky. It's a little bit more pungent. Then I flew out to LA and I smoked some Kush, like some real Kush that made my head sweat. And my forehead was sweating. And I was like, God damn. And I started bringing it back home. Niggas was like, what the fuck is this? Fast forward a couple more years, met Burner. He brought me to Khalifa Kush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Khalifa Kush is definitely, top of my list after this session.
Good.
I enjoyed it.
We aim to please.
Oh, yeah, I'll put my 5 stars and I'll put my review in on Yelp and everything like that, because I like that one. But, when did you start, like, when did you realize you wanted to just smoke? Like, because I know you didn't just, like, when did you start, like, realize, like, high school maybe?
I realized I wanted to smoke every day when 3 6 Mafia came out with Gotta Stay High. That was when I made the commitment to smoking pot every motherfucking day. That song came out and I said to myself, I'm gonna smoke dope for the rest of my life.
That was it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing.
I'm sorry because I'm a fool because I'm thinking about what's my name's name? Bernie Mac here to be like every motherfucking day. Oh yeah, man, that's crazy.
It's Kush time. Yo, what up? It's your boy Wiz Khalifa, man, and I just kicked it right here. Smoked real big with the Burgh Boyz and the Burgh Girls. So y'all check out my interview, man. It's really fun. Let's get it, gang gang.